Okay.
Like,
Wait. Give me a second. Hi
just
guys,
tell me
Shay here,
about.
back with another banger YouTube video, and today we're here to debate this Flames guy on abortion. We'll be seeing if Flames doesn't concede in 15 minutes. Uh, but yeah, man, Flames, what's your position?
Life, right, guys? And I'm gonna make a specific. I'm like set a specific parameter here because I'm not universally pro-life, right? I'm only pro-life in that abortions are morally impermissible when the mother hasn't consented to a pregnancy at the time of sex or before sex.
Well, that's like all abortions. Like, do you think women who want to get pregnant, like, have abortions? Like, what's wrong with you?
Or if they have like, okay, let's say like a woman does like an action. Let's say they maybe they do sex like they have sex like unprotected.
Uh
I think
huh.
that would obviously show that yeah, I think that would obviously show that they're fine with getting pregnant, right?
Why?
Okay, you don't think that it's most likely that if you have sex that you're gonna get pregnant like unprotected?
No, I'm not sure that's true. But even if I say that that's the most likely option, I don't know if that means that you what's it called? Yeah, I don't think that means you what's it called? You consent to pregnancy.
Okay, I'll just give you examples. Like I can't be asked to find the empirics right now, but
I
like we
mean,
can
no,
assume
it's
it's
like
true.
look,
So
okay. Do you think if I go into a dangerous area without buying a gun to protect myself, I'm consenting for somebody to rob me? The answer is like obviously no. I can do an action which isn't in line with my goal, which is to not get pregnant, while also not consenting for like that action's consequences to take place.
okay, wait. So the example is there's a dangerous area where there's
Yeah,
a significantly higher chance than not that like you get robbed, and you go in there without a gun or like protection.
yeah, without a gun. Yeah. Do you think I'm consenting for somebody to rob me?
Okay, I have a question. So in this
Wait.
hypothetical, are you
Mm-hmm.
forced to enter this area?
I'm not forced to enter the area. I go of my own free will. Am I consenting for the person to rob me?
Okay, so okay, I think if there's a dangerous
That's a
area in
yes or
front of
no,
you, where
by the
there's like
way.
an
Like, am I consenting for them to rob me?
yeah, the answer is yeah. There's
Then they wouldn't be
a
robbing me.
dangerous area
Like,
in
come
front
on,
of
what?
you.
Hello? They wouldn't be robbing me.
What?
If somebody takes something from me and I consent for them to take it from me, they wouldn't be robbing me. So you'd have to say that in all of the instances, right, in which somebody goes into a dangerous area without a gun, right, and they know that the area is
That's not
dangerous,
the
and then somebody wait, hold on, and then somebody takes something from them against their will, they didn't rob them. Right. And if they didn't rob them, then if
How
say I reported that person to the police and the person got arrested, right, they will just say no, 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 he consented to it, right, because he didn't get a gun. The answer is like obviously no, right. I could do actions which aren't aligned with my main goal while still not consenting for the consequences of the action to take place.
I don't really know about that. I mean, also I wasn't familiar with your semantics on robbery. So, the way
What
I
does it mean
define
to rob
robbery is
someone?
just like taking
Yeah.
okay, X rob Y if X takes something from Y that initially belonged to Y.
Okay, so if I
Yes, that's
take
pretty much
okay,
it.
hold on. So if I take away my friend's football, if I take my friend's football from them, they said
Also,
I can have the
wait,
football.
wait.
Hold
I'm
on,
just gonna
wait.
add
I
something
take
else.
it. Wait, hold on. I take it
I'm
and I
just
claim
gonna
it
add
for
something else.
myself. Wait. Hmm?
I'm just gonna add something else. I'm just gonna add something else. It's
Oh my
against
god.
Y's will.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So look, it can be against my will for somebody to take from somebody to rob me, right? But I can also not take all of the measures that are
Use that
necessary to
definition. Okay,
prevent
if you
myself from
use
getting
that,
robbed.
wait,
So wait, hold on. Under
hold
your
on.
semantics, I'm still getting robbed. Right? Hello.
Okay, hold. If it's against your will and then you consent to it, then obviously, what do you call
Wait,
it? You're not
hold
going to
on.
get
No, no,
robbed
no, no,
then.
no. That's the issue. I don't think me not taking like, protective measures means that I consent to it. Because then I wouldn't be getting robbed. Do you think that if I go into a dangerous area without a gun, knowing it's dangerous, or knowing it's like I have a chance of getting like robbed, and I don't like take protective measures, then I'm consenting to get robbed?
Wait, it's not a
Because
chance.
that's
Okay, I
hold
think if
on,
it's a
that's
higher,
like analytic. That's literally like logically impossible. By the way, right? You cannot consent to getting robbed because if I consent to get robbed, it's no longer robbery.
okay, I'm saying if you use this definition, then yeah, it's not a robbery. Okay, because you're consenting to it. But what do you call it?
Okay, okay. So look, if
I think if
somebody
you went
hold
to the
on.
police, I think if you reported, yes, I think if you reported someone to the police are going to ask you likely, why did you enter this
It
place,
doesn't
knowing
matter.
that
It
there was a
doesn't matter if
higher.
they ask you for your motivation. If they catch the person who took your stuff, they're going to charge them for the crime. And then the reason why
I
they're going to
mean,
charge them for the
wait,
crime is because
I'm
me,
not
no,
familiar with
wait,
the
wait,
laws.
hold on.
Okay,
Is because me behaving irrationally isn't consent. Consent is me agreeing to something taking place. Me, like I also called, if I go into a dangerous area, I'm not agreeing that somebody should rob me. I'm just not taking measures which are in line with that agreement. Right? I'm just not being rational. That doesn't mean I consent to anything. Do you think that, like, okay, imagine if we switch the analogy
hold
from
on.
robbery to say somebody was going to like sexually assault me? You think that I'm also consenting, or women consent to being sexually assaulted if they go into places without what's it called? If they go into places without
Wait,
actually protecting
I want to say
themselves?
the robbery. I want to say on the robbery analogy first. Okay, if you go to the police, I'm not even sure if like the law would permit them to like even like go out and arrest the guy. But even if it
What?
did, sure, it can be legally. I'm not sure what laws you have, but it can be legally. It can be legally true that this
What do
thing.
you think
What do you call that?
consent
They
is? Hold on, wait,
not true. They
hold on,
would get
because
arrested.
we're talking about your semantics on robbery and your semantics on consent. What do you think consent is?
Just when you agree to something, like arrested in mind.
Do you think, okay, do you think I agree to getting robbed if I go into a dangerous area, right, and do not get protect or do not adequately protect myself?
Okay, no, because like I think that obviously I'm saying that you're consenting to
That's
like
a
if you
concession.
know that there's a higher probability than not.
Wait, why is
How?
that true? So okay, do you think I am consenting to like
I'm
getting
saying under
robbed?
my view. No, I'm saying under my view. Obviously, I'd say this thing.
Yeah, that's absurd. Because, like, look, okay, there are real cases of
Like,
somebody going into dangerous areas, right? Say somebody goes into Chicago for a YouTube video. They go into Chicago, or they go into the hood parts of Chicago, right? To document the dangerous activities that go on in Chicago. They don't take any police force with them so that they can adequately report what's going on specifically without having the police interfere with them, right? They go in, then they get robbed. Do you think they go to the police will be like, no, you didn't get robbed. You said he could take it from you through not protecting yourself. If that's true, right, then every single, in fact, no, we could just push this to absolute absurdity, right? Me, like what's it called? When you say protect yourself, what do you mean?
it's like self defense. But look,
Self
the issue
defense.
with my the issue with
So
the
hold on, if a
Chicago,
disabled person, if a
when
disabled person went into a dangerous area and they're incapable of gaining any access to self defense, do they consent to like getting robbed, murdered, brutalized, like molested? Like, do they consent to everything?
okay,
Every
I
act,
already
every possible action which could occur there, they consent to, right?
hold on. There's two things I want to say. So, if the disabled person went in knowing that it was like what do you call it? Knowing that it was a higher chance than not, like a significantly higher chance than not, that they would get robbed, then or like they would get something stolen from them. Then yeah,
You
and
can't steal
assuming
something from
also,
someone with their consent.
also
Wait, okay, hold on. I have
hold
a
on,
question. Would it be
assuming
incoherent for me
also
to hold on? Would it
oh
be
my god,
incoherent for me to say I
there's
am
no
going in?
dude, you shot them, bro. I still have to get to the Chicago thing.
Yeah, okay, no. Actually, you
Okay,
go ahead. Go ahead. Uh huh.
okay, with the Chicago thing, I think that the reason you seem to think that most people's intuitions are on your side is because you seem to think that Chicago has, when you enter Chicago, there's a higher chance than not that you get like something stolen from
Just
you or
stipulate
like a
that for
gun
the
pointed
sake
at
of
you.
the
But that's
analogy.
wrong.
Stipulate that for the sake of the analogy. I don't care about
Okay,
American geographics.
assume that Chicago was like Gotham City, and
Yes.
then you walked in, and then you had okay, and then before going into Chicago, you had like like something outside, like a shop outside that
Yeah.
let you like buy a gun or something. Then you had the money, but then let's say you just walked in anyways after seeing the shop. Then yeah, if you knew that there was this
Okay.
significantly
Don't
higher
ask.
chance
Okay.
than not,
Oh my god.
obviously.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. Do people like let's put this in fiction terms for you to understand simply? Do people move to Gotham City of their own free will? That's a yes or no.
I haven't read DC. The most I'm
Yeah,
familiar with about
it's a
Gotham
yes.
City.
It's a yes. At least one person has moved there, right? And assume like say 10 people move to Gotham City of
I'm
their own
not
free
familiar
will,
with that.
right? And then they get what's it called? They know like what's it called? The crime's prevalent there. Then all of them get raped, right? Or they get forcefully penetrated. Under your view, they wouldn't. They like that is a rape, right? If they say somebody knocks them out, right, and forcefully penetrates them, you don't think that's actually sexually assault, which is a really dangerous for you. So like that wouldn't be sexual assault because they've like consented implicitly because they know that the like what's it called? This place is dangerous, right? The world is dangerous in general. If I killed myself right
If I'm
now,
not,
the chance of me getting murdered, right, or the chance of me getting like stolen from is literally zero. So do you think that like through self-defense measures, right, I should defend myself from getting like a murdered, stolen from, to like ending my own life, right? In fact, no, no, no. Sorry, you don't think that I'd be able to get like get sexually assaulted or stolen from because you think the act of me existing too, right, would be me, while also knowing that the world is dangerous, would be me implicitly consenting to all of these bad actions happening to me. That's like a clear reductio.
okay, hold on. So I'll just talk about the thing about the Gotham City thing first. So within Gotham City, in that specific example, I don't think you can show anything suggesting that anyone there has moved to Gotham City with the circumstance
Stipulate
in
that in the
mind, like
analogy.
with
Stipulate that in the
the
analogy.
hold the phone, bro, hold the phone, with the money to buy a weapon, with the opportunity to buy a weapon,
Oh my god.
and with the knowledge that there's a higher chance than not that you get like sexually
I have a
like
question.
attacked,
Do
stolen
five
from
year
you,
old
stolen
okay
from you.
do 20-year olds have the knowledge that the world is a dangerous place?
Yeah.
Okay, is the chance of them getting stolen from higher if they remain alive compared to if they were dead? It's higher compared to if they were alive, right?
Yeah.
And say self-defense under your view is you say preventing a crime from occurring to you, right? Or occurring to you, right? Okay, so under that view, the best way for them to like almost under that view, one self the best way for them to defend themselves would be them killing themselves, right? Because it obviously reduces the chance of crime to zero, right? And two, specifically, you'd also have
I
to
think the
agree. Hold
harm.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You'd also have to agree that anything that happens to me because I didn't choose to kill myself, right? Almost from the moment in which I acknowledged that crime happens, right, or the world is a dangerous place, right? The moment I don't choose to kill myself, I consent to all manner of crimes happening to me. That's like the third reductio.
Um, oh, my issue is that killing yourself does more harm than anything else there.
It doesn't matter. I'd be defending myself against the crimes. You'd have to agree.
Also, also,
Hold on,
also,
no, 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 no. You'd
wait,
have
wait,
to
hold
agree. You'd
on.
have to
I have a
agree.
question.
Anything
I
that
have a question.
happens
I
to me,
have a
hold on, hold on. You'd have to
question. I have
agree.
a question.
Anything that happens to me is my fault, right? Because I didn't kill myself.
Okay, is any? I have one question before I even like attack what you said because I didn't listen. I'm not gonna lie. I was just talking. But, what do you call it? When these 20-year-olds are aware that the world is dangerous, by dangerous, do you mean that there's a higher chance than not of crime happening
There's a higher
to them? A
chance compared
significant.
to the scenario in which they killed themselves. The same way how there's a
Okay, so
higher
there's a higher.
yeah, the same way how there's a higher chance compared to the scenario in which you own a gun, right? That a crime will happen to you, assumedly.
Obviously not. But that's not consistent with. That's okay. That's consistent with my position though.
Hold on, yeah. So under your view, right, what's it called? If I don't kill myself, the only method to reduce crime there would be me slitting my own throat. If I don't slit my own throat specifically, then what's it called? Then I consent to anything happening to me.
No, that's not what I said. Okay,
No,
let's say
that isn't
there's like
what
a
you said.
20 year
That's a
old
yes
who's
or no question. Hold
oh,
on. So I'm going to repeat the analogy and I need a clear answer. So in the analogy, right, the chance of me getting a crime happening to me or having a crime occur to me is higher if what's it called is higher if I stay alive in comparison to if I kill myself. Same way how if I gain a weapon, right, or a method of a weapon to defend myself, the chance of a crime happening to me is higher if I don't get the weapon in comparison to which I do. And also, I acknowledge that the world is dangerous. And also, I acknowledge that, say, the only method for me to reduce crime in this context is through me slitting my own throat. You think that if I don't slit my own throat, then any single action which happens to me, I consented to it by virtue of the fact that I didn't take this measure of self defense?
just no, right? Now, I'm gonna explain why that's so consistent with my view. So I never said that. What do you call it? Just because there's a higher probability, just because there's like a chance, a higher probability that like some crime happens to you, right? If you had done like a specific action. No, I said there's a significantly higher probability. Okay, just because there's so just
That's
when what do
arbitrary.
you call it?
That's arbitrary.
In okay, you think okay when a in this world when a 20-year-old realizes that the world is dangerous, do you think there's a higher probability than not at all?
It doesn't matter if it
What do you
needs to
call it?
be
That
high on. Okay, do you think that
um,
if it's like say 49%,
that's one of the
there's
conditions I laid out, bro.
hold on. right? Do you think if it's a 40, you said significant, it doesn't need to be higher than the higher than not for it to be significant. Do you think if there's a 49% chance that I will
Well,
get like
okay, the
hold on, do you think if
conditions.
there's a 49% chance that I will get molested if I go into this town? Right, I go into this town, and I know that by the way, and I choose not to protect myself. I go into the town and I get molested. Do you think that I don't consent then, because it's below 50%?
There's a 49. There's a 49% chance that you do get molested.
Yeah, if I don't go in without if I don't go in without a gun.
Okay, so the probability of
Or
you
if I don't
not
go in
getting
with a
molested
gun.
is higher, correct?
No, the probability, yeah, the probability is higher by like on 1%.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, yeah, the probability of you like not getting molested is like higher that by 1%.
Okay, I don't care. Okay, so the issue is,
Wait. So wait, yes or
look,
no? Yes or no? Do they
you're kind of
consent?
misunderstanding, bro. Look,
There's no
no,
misunderstanding
they don't
happening.
consent.
It's a yes or
They
no.
don't
It's a
consent.
yes or
They
no.
don't consent. They don't consent. No, the answer is no.
Okay,
But I'll
but
explain
the
again why
person
it's
for fifty
consistent with my
percent does
point. Listen,
consent, right?
listen, bro. Listen. I'm not saying that just because there's a what do you call it? I'm not saying that something having a higher probability than not is a necessary condition for
It's a
it being
sufficient condition,
significant.
right?
No, I'm saying that conditions. Sure, I'm
Yeah.
saying that
Okay.
something has to be. What do you call it?
So wait,
I'm saying
is it
some
a
when
sufficient condition?
not
Yes or
has
no?
to. I'm saying that. Hold on, bro. I'm saying that if okay, I'm saying that if it's a higher probability than not and significant, then yeah.
Okay, so neither of those are necessary conditions, right? On their actually, neither of those are sufficient. Both of those are necessary. Yes, or both of those are necessary, are sufficient in conjunction with each other. Is that
Repeat the
it?
question. I wasn't listening.
So are both of those like sufficient in conjunction with one another?
But yeah.
Okay, so what are the traits?
So I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify. Wait, I just want to clarify because you're misinterpreting it. One, the first one is that there's a higher probability than not. The second one is that the probability is significantly higher than not.
That okay, that's
Not that it's
arbitrary.
just
I literally told you
significant.
at the start that's arbitrary.
We can move on.
Wait, okay, wait. Are you not gonna address the
Wait.
arbitrariness
Are
issue?
you saying? Are you saying the method in which you determine if it's higher probability than not is arbitrary,
No, saying
or
it's
are you just saying that it's
significant,
arbitrarily
saying which
true?
one is okay, right? Do you have an actual threshold of whether or not it's significant or not? Do you have a numerical value?
Just based off some intuitions.
It's based off your intuitions. Okay, I don't share your intuitions, but
I'm just
we
not.
can even stipulate
I'm
that
just
if it's
not.
like 70%.
The
Hold on,
intuition.
wait, hold on. We can stipulate 70%, right? If somebody goes in and he gets knocked out, right, and then Gios's brother proceeds to use their body, right? Again, trivially, everyone would say the wait, hold on. Everyone would say that that person is a victim of a sexual assault. Nobody would say that they consented to it.
Okay, so the scenario is there's 70% chance that when they walk in, that they do get like molested by Giyas's brother,
Yes.
like attacked by Giyas's brother.
Yes.
There's 30% chance that okay they don't. Okay, no, I don't think that's significantly higher.
Oh my god. Okay. Do you think the chance of you getting pregnant while it's unprotected is 70%? We can look this up. What is
I
the
think it's higher than
chance?
that. I'm pretty sure it's
The
higher than that.
chance you get pregnant through unprotected sex. Unprotected sex is about.
So,
Literally, okay, give me a second. Wait, is 15 to 25% per month. Look, dude. Look, dude. Look, dude. You just got empirics left, bro. Look, dude. Like,
let me see the empirics, bro.
send the source. Oh my god. Lutica, look.
Well, I don't.
Once I give you these empirics, can you concede, bro? Like,
I mean, maybe I can drop the first part, like the
no,
first
no,
thing
no.
I
If
said.
you say it needs to be,
No, I
look.
can see pro-life.
No, if you say it needs to be, look. If you say it needs to be sufficiently higher, or like the probability needs to be sufficiently high for them to consent, and the probability is literally
For
below,
it to be
like,
sufficient condition.
hmm?
For it to be sufficient condition to be clear.
Hold on, yeah, it says sufficient. No. You said right
So
for
it
them to
needs to
go.
be
Hold on,
significantly higher to be significant.
hold on. You take abortion as a moral indication in which they consent to pregnancy, right? And by consent, you mean that one, they acknowledge the risk, and two, right, the probability of that risk or the probability of this outcome taking place is significantly high, right? And You if it's below 70%, it's no longer significantly high under your view. You can also just look this up on ChatGPT, bro. Like,
Wait, that's fine. I can drop. Okay, I can drop that specific view. That doesn't mean I have to drop pro life in general.
okay, give me the new justification
So
for pro
I'm
life.
not clicking on this, bro. I don't have the Wi-Fi to click on this.
Okay, um, women, very few
I'll
women,
just grant
eighty
it's fine.
percent accurately. Okay, one. This is it, right? I'm gonna say like show you this.
I can
Very
grant you. I
few
can
women,
grant you. I'm
eight
saying that I can.
percent you can even go on ChatGPT for this. Very few women, 8%, accurately estimated the risk of conception from engaging in one act of unprotected sex. So this is 8% of women. About one quarter of these women, or like one quarter, correctly rated the effectiveness of condoms, and over half rated the effectiveness of OCs and IUCs. Right. And then we can move on to right the chance per menstrual cycle monthly with no birth control is about 15 to 25% for couples having regular and protected sex.
Okay, my Wi-Fi just spazzed out. I did the scans, bro. It's fine. You just repeat.
Yeah, okay. The chance per menstrual cycle monthly with no birth control is about 15 to 25%. Like, I sent you the studies, bro.
Off like a little bit. Just repeat.
Okay, the chance is
My
15 to
Wi-Fi's back up.
25%. The chance is 15 to 25%.
Of getting pregnant with unprotected sex.
Yes. In fact, whenever what's
I
it
mean,
called?
that's cool, but like,
Whenever it's even during like ovulation, right? It's like literally the highest amount it gets to is 42%, which is still below like 70%. So look, we can move on. So what's the new justification for pro life?
just say that the fetus is harmed,
And
and then, or like more than the mother.
and
Okay, and then fetus is harmed, and the action's immoral. The fact, if the action's immoral, then the action's wrong. All is equal.
wait, why is it being harmed more mean that the action is immoral?
It's just true in virtue of the way I use the word harm.
Hold on. So if somebody's breaking into your mother's house and she's trying to molest your mother, and the only method in which for you to stop her from or stop the guy from molesting your mother is to kill the guy will be more harmed than your mother and you should he carry out the action. Do you know? Is it morally unjustified if you kill the guy?
Okay, so a guy breaks into the house. He's about to molest my
Yes.
mother, and then if I kill him, it does more harm
To
than
him.
if he molests my mother. Correct?
Yes. Yes. Do you think you're morally unjustified if you kill him?
Uh, is killing them like the only thing you can do? I think you can just
Yes.
like put
Yes.
them down.
Yes. Killing them's the only
But if
method.
killing them is the if killing them is the only thing you can do, if it's impossible for you to like put them down, like restrain them in another manner, then yeah,
Okay, but you're doing more harm to him. So like the trivially, then your view is just false. Then
yeah, it's unjustified to like kill the guy. Yeah,
wait, so you're morally
that's not
unjustified. So
inconsistent.
you'd be doing something wrong if I killed somebody who's breaking into my mother's house trying to rape her.
If that was the only like way I could go about it, then yeah. If I couldn't restrain him, if I couldn't put him down, and everything like
So
that,
I
if I couldn't
would be doing
escape my
something
mother,
morally
then
wrong
yeah,
if that happened. I would be doing something morally wrong if that
yeah.
happened.
If that happened, I don't think that's absurd.
Oh my god. Okay. Do you also think it's absurd to say like if somebody's running up to me with intent to cut off my arm and the only method for me to stop them is to kill them, right? You think that I'd be doing something morally unjustified if I killed them?
Yeah,
Okay. And you think I'd be doing
I think that's
okay?
yeah.
You
Go
think that I'd
ahead.
also be doing something morally unjustified, right? If say my child was to call, I see somebody trying to kidnap my child is none the wiser. Right? He's trying to kidnap them to use to like what's it called to say essay them, right? And I killed the guy to stop him from actually stop him from kidnapping my child and essaying them. You think that since killing them is a greater harm, that I did something wrong?
I mean, if that's the only way, again, yeah. I don't think that's absurd though.
Yeah, yeah, that's like just cause see, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like nobody's gonna watch this recording
I
and
don't think
actually
that's
think
absurd.
that.
I don't think
Okay, like are you being
I don't
serious?
think that's absurd. Look,
Then oh
I can
you
just
know
explain
all
people's
cases
intuition.
all cases
Oh,
in which somebody
hold
look
the phone, bro.
Wait, hold on. You shouldn't even be
Yeah,
saying that.
I
Oh, wait,
mean,
hold on. You should even be saying that. Okay, in the first analogy I gave you, right, or in the early analogies where you said, oh, why did this person use a gun to protect themselves? You need to say using a gun to defend yourself is wrong, right? Because you're like, what's it called? Say if I killed somebody with the gun, right, that I'm using to protect myself, I'd be doing something wrong.
it doesn't even have to be a gun. Like it can be like it doesn't have to be a gun. And also, you can shoot someone and not intend to like kill them.
It
You can
doesn't
shoot
matter
someone
if
like
you
a
intend to
shoulder, just
kill
like
them.
immobilize them.
So okay, if I
But
do kill them, hold on.
yeah, you can shoot
If I
someone
shoot
again,
them in the head,
again. You can shoot someone in the like shoulder or leg.
yeah, if I shoot them in the stomach, wait,
If
hold
you shoot
on.
them in the leg,
Yeah, if I shoot them, look, if I shoot them in the head and I
if you
kill them,
shoot them,
well, hold on. If I shoot them in the head and I killed them, did I do something wrong? If that person is trying to rape me?
oh yeah,
Okay, like
I think that I
that's
can explain. I think I can.
there's no
I can explain
there's no
people's
explanation needed,
intuitions.
bro.
No,
Do you want
I
to
mean,
explain?
there is like even with the baby case, like, other case. I think that yeah, anyways, I think that people tend to like just like think more deal. I think people just tend to have biases towards like their family members. Like,
It
explain
doesn't
it.
matter. Okay, do you think that if it was a stranger, I'm trying to stop a stranger from getting molested, right? And I killed this aggressor to stop the stranger from getting molested, that I did something wrong?
If that's the only option, then
Yes.
yeah, you did something morally wrong.
Okay. Yeah, we could conclude. Do you have any conclusion you want to offer?
I mean,
Yeah,
I just
I
don't think
wasn't
it's.
going to give you the
I
chance
just
to
don't
conclude
think.
anyway. Yeah, I'm going to end the recording. This was a very good faith linear debate. He ended up giving me the most obvious concession ever. If you like this type of videos, please remember to like and subscribe to
That's
the Shinra Discord Debates YouTube channel. This has been Shinra. That was Flames, D Lotier, and I'm out.